Welcome back to Ask an Analyst, a game analytics series where we answer real questions from real studios. This is Rapid Fire Q&A. 3 questions, each answered under 1 minute. Doug Lay is in the studio with me. He is a data analyst working with one of the top 3 publishers at the moment. Welcome, Doug. Would you like to tell us a bit more about your background?
Thank you, Thomas. Again, my name is Doug, and I have more than 5 years of experience working specifically in the mobile games and apps industry. I am also a talent partner at Navic, one of the mobile games consulting company, and a fractional consultant for some of the mobile games and apps companies in the world. My experience is mainly on the product analytics side of things, where I have the opportunity to work on everything from event tracking to A/B testing, design, and analysis. And yeah, it's great to be here with Thomas to answer your questions.
Thank you very much for joining us. Are you ready to go ahead with the questions?
Yes.
Question number 1. How do I decide which LiveOps events are actually worth testing versus what just sounds good?
This is a really interesting question, and maybe my answer might be a little bit controversial, I would say. But in mobile games, LiveOps actually has a pretty strong playbook already, and I think you can find most successful events have already been tested across hundreds of games. So first thing first, I think is you don't have to reinvent the wheel entirely, but take a look at similar games within your genre. Let's just say puzzle or PvP games or idle games because different player motivations require a different type of events. The second thing is trying to find what those games already did with their live ops system. Learning from them or copying from the competitor isn't good enough. So the key question that you must ask yourself is what problem are you trying to solve? If your games really struggle with retention, then a streak-based events or a daily logins or a weekly kind of competition might make sense. But then if the issue is monetization, then maybe some kind of limited time shops or progression boost system might be better. Those are just the example, but the point is what problem are you trying to solve? Yeah, if your game is pretty early on, I would prioritize events that are really cheap to run but high learning value. But then if you're really like a mature games with really mature user base and a good enough monetization, then that's gonna be a different story.
How can we identify the biggest opportunities in the game's economy or progression system? What metrics defines that?
This is also one of the burning questions that I am trying to solve within my own company and my own team as well. Usually, I will look for where the player behavior deviates from the intended design. So the intended design here might be an economy system, or might be a progression system, or might be just some minor UI UX. So for example, like for progression, right? I would say the key signal is progression funnel where player gets stuck or churn. So what I usually look at is the metrics like win rate or retry or attempt per success or completion rate levels by levels. Those metrics will quickly show the problematic levels when it comes to a game economy progression. I would say the main things to look at is the resource flow. So how much player earn or spend and stockpile, let's say they just reserve their savings. When you see a large surpluses, usually those indicate balancing issue. It depends on the dimension that you use, right? But usually I use level, or it can be days, or it can be, leagues or whatever like that within your games. Those imbalancing points are where the biggest opportunities usually are.
Thank you. And question number 3. Analyzing and interpreting data is always a bigger project for us, and we often do not have the capacity for it. What's a good process for integrating analytics into the day-to-day flow?
I face this issue in every studios, in every partner that I have the opportunity to work with. Most of the time, it's just like, can you do this for me? Can you analyze this and that for me? Can you answer this question for me? Usually, it's not going to be that easy, or to deliver is going to be really a big project because you have follow-up questions and a lot of stuff along the way. I would say during the time that I've been a data analyst, I would automate some of the monitoring dashboard alerting system of the core KPIs so the teams always knows if something changes, right? For example, if the LTV or the ECPM goes down, yesterday, you know it right away when you wake up. Or if the spend or the revenue or the margin of the games going down, then you will know exactly which games facing the issue with the alerting system, right? For every studio, we rely heavily on experimentation, like we do a lot of A/B testing. But then instead of doing large analysis, I think what we can do is we test idea with small A/Bs and let the data answer the questions. So it can be a really quick and easy A/Bs for 7 days or 14 days. Depends on the games that you're trying to work on. Depends on the user behavior. But quick and small A/Bs is always a good case. And then I would say finally we should have like a regular metric reviews so that everyone in the team, like the designer or the dev or the UA team, the product team, and that will keep the analytics lightweight and embedded in everyday decision. I would say the last thing is the goal is to not analyze everything. The goal is to make sure every important product decision is supported by data.
Thank you very much for all the insightful answers. I'm sure that viewers take some actionable notes and they will be able to implement this into their own workflows. Thank you very much, Doug, for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you, Thomas, for having me.
And if you have questions that you want answered by data analyst, go ahead to GameAnalytics.com/ask an analyst and submit them. We will answer them in coming episodes.